The giant alien ship floated in space like a metal mountain. It was bigger than anything humans had ever seen. Admiral Vextar looked down at the small blue planet called Earth through his ship's window. He had 4 eyes and blue skin. He looked bored because he had done this many times before. "Another weak world," he said to his helper. "Their biggest ships are like toys. We will win very fast." On Earth, Admiral Jake Morrison stood in the control room on the moon base. He watched the alien ships on his big screen. Morrison was 52 years old and had worked his whole life for the Earth Army. The enemy had 47 big ships. Each ship was much bigger than any Earth ship. "Sir, the aliens are calling us," said Lieutenant Ben Carter from his desk. "Let me talk to them," Morrison said. He made his uniform look neat. A picture of Admiral Vextar appeared in the room. The alien was very tall and thin. His skin was pale, blue, and his arms and legs were long. "I am Admiral Vextar of the Galactic Empire. We have chosen your world to join our empire. You must give up now and do what we say. If you fight us, we will destroy your whole planet and kill everyone." Morrison walked closer to the alien picture. His face did not show fear. "I am Admiral Jake Morrison of the Earth Defense Fleet. We say no to your offer. Earth will fight back." Vextar's face changed. He looked like he was laughing at Morrison. "Your defense ships are only 63 small vessels. None of them are bigger than our smallest ships. Admiral Morrison, you have what we would give to baby officers for practice. Big numbers are not everything," Morrison said in a calm voice. "Maybe not, but science is. You have 1 day to think again. After that, we will show you that fighting is useless." The alien picture disappeared. The control room became very quiet. "Captain Yuan." Lisa Brooks walked over to Morrison. She was 38 years old and very smart. She was one of the youngest people to command a destroyer ship. Everyone knew she was good at fighting and thinking of new ideas. "Jake, they are right about the size problem," she said quietly. "Each of their big ships has more weapons than 3 of our heavy ships." Morrison nodded his head sadly. "But they are making the same mistake everyone makes when they look at us. They see how many ships we have, not how good our ships are. Lisa, I want you to take the USS Falcon and 2 other ships. Go close to them and learn about their technology. But do not fight unless they attack you first." "I understand, sir." Brooks left to get ready for her mission. Morrison turned to his workers. "Call all our ship commanders. Start operation, get ready. It is time to show them what human science can really do." The next few hours were very busy on Earth. All around the planet, spaceships started moving. Hidden bases opened their doors. Ships that looked old and weak began to show their real power. In the asteroid belt, mining ships suddenly turned off their mining equipment. These ships had been pretending to dig for rocks, but they were really warships with very big guns. On Mars, the Red Planet's defense force got ready. Captain Bob Williams commanded the Mars fleet. He had 20 ships that looked like cargo vessels, but they were full of surprises. "Boys, this is what we trained for," Williams told his crew. "Those aliens think we are just rock diggers and farmers. Let's show them what Mars people can do." Back on Earth's moon, Morrison met with his top officers. The room was full of Earth's best military minds. "Everyone listen," Morrison said. "The aliens think we are weak because our ships are small. They do not know that we build our ships different from them. We make them fast and smart, not just big." Colonel Mary Johnson, head of Earth's Space Marines, spoke up. "Admiral, what if they have weapons we do not know about?" "Mary, that is possible. But we have been watching space for 50 years. We have learned from every alien signal we picked up. We know their basic technology. The question is whether they know ours." The room was quiet as everyone thought about this. "Sir," said Captain Kevin Brown, who commanded the space station near Jupiter, "our deep space sensors show more alien ships coming. This first group might just be the beginning." Morrison looked at the star map. Red dots showed where enemy ships were located. There were many more coming from deep space. "Then we need to make this first fight count," Morrison said. "If we show strength now, maybe the others will think twice about attacking us." Dr. Helen Smith, Earth's top science officer, raised her hand. Admiral, I have been studying the alien transmissions. Their technology is old. They have been using the same designs for thousands of years. We have been improving our technology every year. What does that mean for us? Morrison asked. It means they are not ready for what we can do. They expect us to fight like they do. Big ships shooting at each other in straight lines, but we fight differently. Morrison smiled for the first time since the aliens arrived. Exactly. They want a fair fight. We are going to give them a human fight. Outside the moon base, Earth ships continued to move into position. The USS Liberty, commanded by Captain Amy Davis, led a group of ships toward the dark side of the moon. Other ships spread out through the solar system. The aliens watched these movements but did not understand what they meant. To them, the human ships looked like they were running away or moving randomly. Admiral Vextar looked at his screens with growing impatience. Why are they not forming battle lines? Do these humans not understand basic military strategy? His second officer, Captain Kexmore, studied the human ship movements. Sir, perhaps they are inexperienced. Their movements look unorganized. Or perhaps they are planning something, Vextar said slowly. The memory of other worlds that had surprised the Empire made him careful. Double our sensor sweeps. I want to know about every human ship in this system. But the Empire's sensors were old technology. They could not detect the newest human ships that used advanced hiding systems. They could not see the weapon platforms hidden in the asteroid belt. They did not know about the secret bases on the outer planets. As the day ended, both sides prepared for battle. The aliens were confident because they had bigger ships and more experience. The humans were ready because they had better technology and smarter tactics. Admiral Morrison stood in his command center and looked at Earth through the window. The blue planet looked peaceful, but he knew that would change very soon. Lisa, are you ready for your scouting mission? He asked Captain Brooks over the radio. Ready, sir. The Falcon is moving out now. Good luck. Remember, we need information, more than we need a fight right now. Understood. Brooks out. As the USS Falcon and her escort ships moved toward the alien fleet, Morrison knew that everything would change in the next few hours. Either Earth would prove it could defend itself, or humanity would become slaves to an alien empire. But Morrison had faith in his people and their technology. The aliens were about to learn that humans were full of surprises. Captain Lisa Brooks looked at the alien ships through her viewing screen. 3 enemy ships moved in a straight line like they were marching. The USS Falcon had 2 other Earth ships with her, the USS Eagle and USS Hawk. They stayed far away while their computers learned about the alien technology. Captain, all 3 alien ships use the same power systems, said Chief Engineer Tom Wells. They have basic fusion engines and simple beam weapons, nothing special that we have not seen before. Brooks looked confused. That seems too easy. How can a space empire use technology that is so old? Ma'am, the aliens are changing direction, said Navigator Sue Price. They are coming straight at us. All ships get ready for battle, Brooks ordered. Looks like they want to fight. The biggest alien ship started charging its weapons. Brooks could see the energy building up on her computer screen. Tom, how long before they can shoot us? At their speed, about 4 minutes, Captain. Brooks smiled, but her face looked serious. That is plenty of time. Helm, get ready for attack plan Delta 7. Weapons, aim at their main ship's power center. The alien commander, Sub-Admiral Kextor, watched the human ships and felt very confident. 3 tiny ships against our patrol group. This will be a good lesson for the rest of their fleet. Sir, the human ships are going faster, his officer said. Good. They are coming to us. Get ready to shoot when they get close enough. What happened next would be talked about in alien military schools for many years. The USS Falcon suddenly went twice as fast as the aliens thought was possible. The other Earth ships did the same thing. Instead of flying in a straight line, the human ships split up and flew in a zigzag pattern that made them very hard to hit. What is happening? Kextor shouted. No ship that small should be able to go so fast. The Falcon shot first. Instead of normal laser beams or missiles, bright blue-white beams came out of the human ship. The alien shields were made to stop. Normal weapons, but they could not stop these new plasma beams. The main alien ship shook as the plasma beams cut through its metal hull like cutting paper. Important systems exploded one after another as the human weapons hit exactly where they aimed. "This cannot be real," Kextor yelled. "Our armor should protect us from that much energy." His ship moved violently as the USS Eagle started shooting. Too. The human ships moved like dancers, hitting from many directions while easily avoiding the alien weapons. "Sir, we are losing power to all main systems," his engineer said with fear in his voice. "These weapons are not like anything we know about." In just minutes, all 3 alien ships were floating dead in space. The alien crews escaped in small rescue pods. Captain Brooks watched the alien survivors run away. She felt satisfied. "Tom, how much damage do we have?" "Almost nothing. Their weapons barely touched us." "Excellent. Sue, fly back to the moon base. We have very interesting news to report." Back on the big alien ship, Admiral Vexitar stared at his computer screen and could not believe what he saw. A whole patrol group destroyed in less than 10 minutes by 3 ships that were much smaller. "Sir," his communications officer said carefully, "Sub-Admiral Kextor wants us to rescue his survivors right away." Vextar's 4 eyes became narrow. "Send the rescue ships. And write a message to our leaders. We may have made a big mistake about these humans." The news of the defeat spread quickly through the alien fleet. Officers who had been joking about the weak humans suddenly became very quiet. In the ship's meeting rooms, alien commanders looked at each other with worry. "How is this possible?" asked Captain Nexeval, commander of another patrol group. 3 small ships destroyed Kextor's entire squadron?" "The humans must have some kind of secret weapon," said another officer. "Maybe they were hiding their real technology." Admiral Vextar called a meeting of all his top officers. The main meeting room was full of worried alien faces. "Officers, we have a problem," Vextar began. "The humans are not what they appear to be. Their ships are much more dangerous than we thought." Commander Hextar raised his hand. "Sir, maybe this was just luck. One battle does not mean they can defeat our whole fleet." "Look at this," Vextar said, showing the battle video on the big screen. "Watch how their ships move. See how accurate their weapons are. This is not luck. This is advanced technology and superior tactics." The room became silent as the officers watched the human ships destroy the patrol squadron with ease. "Sir, what should we do?" asked Captain Yexmore. "We need to learn more about their capabilities," Vextar said. "Send out more patrol groups, but keep them together. No more single squadrons." Meanwhile, Captain Brooks had returned to the moon base and was reporting to Admiral Morrison. "Jake, you need to see this," Brooks said, showing him the battle recordings. "Their technology is actually behind ours by about 50 years. But they have been using the same designs for so long that they think they are the best." Morrison watched the video with interest. "So they have not been improving their weapons and ships?" "Exactly. While we have been developing new technology, every year they have been using the same old systems for centuries. They won because they were bigger and had more ships, not because they were better." "What about their tactics?" Morrison asked. "Very basic. They fly in straight lines, shoot in turns, and follow old battle plans. They do not adapt or change during battle." Morrison smiled. "Then we have a real advantage. Lisa, I want you to prepare detailed reports about their weaknesses. Send copies to all our ship commanders." "Already working on it, sir." Back in the alien fleet, Admiral Vextar was having his own meeting with the surviving officers from the destroyed patrol group. "Tell me exactly what happened," Vextar said to the rescued Sub-Admiral Kextor. Kextor looked shaken. "Admiral, everything we know about space combat is wrong. The humans fight like nothing we have ever seen. Their ships are faster, their weapons are stronger, and they seem to know exactly where to hit us. But how can such a small, young civilization have better technology than the Empire?" Vextar asked. "I do not know, sir, but I saw it with my own eyes. We could not even hit them while they destroyed us easily." Vextar looked out at the stars and thought about what this meant. The Empire had conquered thousands of worlds using the same methods for ages, but now they had found an enemy that was different. "Send a message to all ships," Vextar ordered. "We will not attack the human Fleet until we understand what we are facing. This is no longer a simple conquest. This is war. Admiral Jake Morrison stood in front of a big computer screen that showed both fleets. The alien ships had moved into attack formation. 44 big alien ships were lined up in a straight row like they always did. Morrison's fleet was spread out in a pattern that looked messy and random. "All ships say they are ready for Operation Thunderstrike," said Commander Rick Stone from his control desk. Stone was Morrison's most trusted officer. He had fought in the Mars Wars and knew how to win battles using smart tricks. "Captain Davis, how is Strike Group Alpha doing?" Morrison asked. Captain Amy Davis was commanding the heavy cruiser USS Liberty. Her voice came through the radio. "All hiding systems are working, sir. The enemy has no idea we are here." Davis was hiding with 12 ships behind Earth's moon. Special shields made her ships invisible to alien sensors. Humans had made these shields for mining work in space. Admiral Vextar was getting impatient on his big ship. "Why are the humans not moving into defense positions? Their fleet looks like it is scattered all over the place with no plan." "Maybe they do not know how to fight properly," said his helper. "They might not understand basic battle formations. Or this is a trap," Vextar said quietly. He still remembered losing his patrol ships to the humans. "Admiral Morrison," Captain Brooks said over the radio, "USS Falcon reports all spy drones are in place. We can see everything that happens in the battle." Morrison nodded. Unlike the aliens who only used their ship sensors, humans had put millions of tiny spy machines all around Earth's solar system. This gave them perfect information about where all the enemy ships were. "Begin Phase 1, Morrison ordered. What the aliens thought was random ship placement was really a carefully planned trap. Human ships suddenly sped up from all directions at once. They attacked the alien fleet from above, below, and all sides. At the same time, the USS Montana, led by Captain Dan Foster, attacked from the front. Foster had fought space pirates near the outer planets and knew how to make every shot count. "Shoot their command ships first," Foster ordered. "Cut off the head and the body will die." The Montana's new fusion rockets had the power of small stars. Each rocket streaked across space toward the main alien ship. The alien defense systems were made to stop normal missiles, but these new rockets were too fast to track. "Incoming rockets!" shouted Vextar's weapons officer. "They will hit us in 15 seconds. "Put all power to front shields," Vextar commanded. The fusion rockets hit with the force of controlled suns. The alien flagship's shields broke immediately. The huge ship split apart under the incredible energy blast. But destroying Vextar's ship was only the beginning. All through the alien fleet, human ships attacked with perfect aim and overwhelming firepower. Captain Amy Davis led Strike Group Alpha out from behind the moon, catching the alien rear ships completely by surprise. "This cannot be happening," screamed the new alien commander, Admiral Hexval, from his ship. "How can such a small fleet have so much firepower?" His question was answered when the USS Devastator appeared above the alien formation. This was humanity's newest test warship. Captain John Clark had spent 3 years making the ship's new quantum cannon system. "Aim at the enemy center," Clark ordered. "Full power to the quantum weapon." The Devastator's main weapon charged with a scary humming sound that could be felt throughout the ship. When it fired, space itself seemed to tear open. The quantum beam did not just destroy the alien ships it touched, it made them disappear completely, leaving nothing behind. "Sir, we are reading massive quantum problems," said the alien science officer. "That weapon works on science we do not understand." "All ships, retreat to safe distance," Hexval ordered, but it was too late. Commander Rick Stone coordinated the final attack from the moon base. "All units do pattern Omega, let's finish this." The remaining human ships moved with perfect coordination. Their advanced computer targeting systems let them shoot with deadly accuracy while avoiding hitting their own ships in the chaotic 3-dimensional battle. The aliens were trained to fight in straight lines and could not adapt to the fluid way humans fought. Captain Brooks in the USS Falcon led a group of fast ships in hit-and-run attacks. They would appear, shoot, and disappear before the aliens could respond. "Their big ships are too slow to track us," Brooks reported. We can hit them from any angle we want. The USS Eagle and USS Hawk worked together like a team, focusing their fire on alien ships that were already damaged. Captain Steve Miller commanded the Eagle with aggressive precision. "Tom, their armor is weak where the Montana already hit them," Miller told his weapons officer. "Put everything we have into that spot." The alien ship exploded in a brilliant flash of light. Throughout the battle, human ships showed abilities the aliens had never seen before. The USS Phoenix could split into 3 smaller ships that fought independently. The USS Thunder had weapons that could curve around obstacles to hit targets hiding behind other ships. "How do they have so many different types of weapons?" Admiral HFY asked desperately. "Every human ship fights differently." His science officer checked the computer readings. "Sir, I think each human ship was designed for a specific job. They do not use standard designs like we do." This was true. While the alien empire built all their ships the same way, humans had made each ship special for different types of fighting. Some were fast scouts, others were heavy attackers, and some had special weapons for specific situations. The battle became a disaster for the aliens. Captain Ray Johnson in the USS Stryker led the final assault on the alien flagship. Johnson was known for his calm thinking under pressure. "All ships, form up for the final push," Johnson ordered. "Let's end this." The remaining human ships surrounded the last group of alien vessels. The aliens tried to surrender, but their communication systems had been destroyed in the fighting. Within 2 hours, the mighty alien fleet was reduced to scattered survivors running toward the outer solar system. Of their original 47 ships, only 8 were still working. Admiral Morrison opened a radio channel to the surviving alien ships. "This is Admiral Morrison. You must leave Earth space immediately. If you try to return, we will destroy you completely." Admiral HFY, his pride broken along with his fleet, could only agree. "We are leaving. But this is not over, human. The Empire will send a bigger force." "They are welcome to try," Morrison replied calmly. "We will be waiting." As the defeated alien ships limped away from Earth, Morrison looked at the battle results. His fleet had destroyed 39 alien warships and suffered only minor damage to 3 human vessels. "Sir," Commander Stone reported, "all human ships are reporting minimal damage. Total casualties, 12 wounded, 0 dead." Morrison nodded with satisfaction. "Send a message to all Earth governments. The immediate threat is over, but we need to prepare for what comes next." The first battle was won, but Morrison knew this was just the beginning of Earth's war with the galaxy. The alien government meeting room on their home planet had never been so crazy. Big computer screens showed the battle recordings from Earth. The alien leaders watched in shocked silence as their invincible fleet was completely destroyed by what they thought was a weak species. High Admiral Zexcon was the top military commander of all alien forces. He spoke to the council with barely controlled anger. "Tell me how 47 capital ships were defeated by 63 vessels from a species that has not even traveled to other stars." Admiral HFY was one of the few survivors from the Earth battle. He stood to answer. His uniform was burned and torn, and his 4 eyes looked haunted by what he had seen. "High Admiral, everything we thought we knew about war has been proven wrong. The humans do not fight like any species we have met before. Their ships are faster, their weapons more powerful, and their fighting methods completely unpredictable." "This cannot be true," said Governor Nextar from the industrial sector. "Our technology is based on 10,000 years of conquering other worlds. No single planet could develop better systems alone." HFY turned on the big screen, showing the moment when the USS Devastator's quantum cannon erased 3 alien dreadnoughts from existence. "Watch this, Governor, and tell me it cannot be true." The council room became completely silent as they watched the incredible power of human engineering. The quantum beam did not just destroy matter, it seemed to unravel space itself. "By the ancient gods," whispered science advisor Yexmore, "they have turned quantum mechanics into weapons of war. We are barely beginning to understand those principles, and they have made them into tools of destruction." Meanwhile, on Earth, a very different kind of meeting was happening. General Pete Collins, representing all Earth governments, sat across from Admiral Morrison in the Pentagon's secure meeting room. "Jake, we need to talk about what happens next," Collins said. His face showed the stress of the past few days. "The whole galaxy knows about us now. That alien fleet did not just disappear. Someone will come looking for answers." Morrison nodded seriously. "Pete, we always knew this day would come. The question is whether we are ready for what follows." Captain Lisa Brooks entered the room, carrying a computer tablet full of intelligence reports. "Sirs, we have been watching alien communications. The entire alien empire is in chaos. 3 more species have declared independence, and 2 neighboring powers are preparing their war fleets. So we have started a galactic war," Collins observed. "We have ended one," Morrison corrected. "The alien empire has been expanding through conquest for thousands of years. We just proved they are not unbeatable." Dr. Sarah Kim, Earth's leading alien expert, joined the discussion through a video link from the Lunar Research Station. "I have been studying the alien records we captured. The aliens are not necessarily evil. They are just following a pattern that has worked for them for ages. They conquer through superior technology and force. And now they have met someone with superior technology and force," Brooks added. "The question is what we do with that advantage." Back on the alien homeworld, High Admiral Zexicon was facing the same question from the other side. "What are your recommendations, Admiral HFY?" "High Admiral, I believe we have only 2 choices. Try to negotiate with the humans, or prepare for a war unlike anything the galaxy has ever seen. Based on what I saw, I strongly recommend negotiation." "Negotiate with primitives," Governor Nextar protested. "The shame would destroy the Empire." "The Empire is already destroyed," HFY replied bluntly. "The humans did not just defeat our fleet, they obliterated it. And from what our intelligence suggests, what they used against us was only a small part of their true capability." This statement caused an uproar in the council chamber. Science advisor Yexmore demanded an explanation. "Explain yourself, Admiral." HFY called up another set of battle displays. "Look at their ship deployment. They used 63 vessels, against our 47 almost equal numbers. But our intelligence indicates they have over 300 ships in their so-called defense fleet. Why would they hold back 2/3 of their force unless they were confident they would not need it?" The implication slowly sank in. If the humans had devastated the alien fleet while barely trying, what could their full force accomplish? "There is more," HFY continued. "The weapons they used against us, the plasma cannons, the fusion, rockets, that quantum weapon. Our analysis suggests they were all recent developments. They built these systems specifically to fight us, in the short time between first contact and the battle." High Admiral Zexicon felt a chill run through his long frame. "Are you saying they reverse-engineered our technology?" "Worse. They analyzed our capabilities and developed superior countermeasures in less time than it takes us to process a supply request. High Admiral, we are not dealing with primitives. We are dealing with a species that may be more advanced than us in ways we do not even understand." On Earth, similar realizations were dawning. Admiral Morrison addressed his senior staff in the lunar base conference room. "I have received word from General Collins. The President has authorized me to begin Phase 2 of our defense preparations." Commander Rick Stone looked puzzled. "Phase 2, sir? I thought the immediate threat was over." Morrison shook his head. "Rick, defeating one alien fleet was just the beginning. We have announced ourselves to the galaxy, and not everyone out there is going to be as reasonable as the aliens turned out to be." Captain Amy Davis raised an eyebrow. "Reasonable? They tried to conquer us. And when they realized they could not, they withdrew instead of fighting to the last ship," Morrison pointed out. "That shows strategic thinking and common sense. But there are species out there who will not be so logical." Dr. Sarah Kim's voice came through the communication system from her research station. "Admiral, I have been analyzing the captured alien databases. The galaxy is far more complex than we initially thought. The alien empire controls maybe 20% of known space. There are dozens of other powers, some potentially more dangerous. Which brings us to Phase 2, Morrison continued. We are going to do something that has never been attempted in galactic history. We are going to offer an alliance of equals rather than conquest or submission. The room fell silent as the implications became clear. Captain Lisa Brooks was the first to speak. Jake, are you suggesting we try to unite the galaxy through diplomacy rather than force? I am suggesting we give them a choice, Morrison replied. Join us willingly as partners or face us as enemies. But unlike the Empire, we will not force anyone to make that choice. Freedom has to be freely chosen, or it is not freedom at all. 3 weeks later, the first interstellar diplomatic summit in galactic history began in Earth orbit. Representatives from 17 different species gathered aboard the newly built space station Unity, named to reflect humanity's hopes for the future. Admiral Morrison, now serving as Earth's chief diplomat as well as military commander, addressed the assembled delegates. Friends, we stand at a crossroads. For thousands of years, this galaxy has known only the law of conquest. The strong dominate. The weak and peace exists only in the shadow of superior force. But there is another way. The alien representative, Admiral Hexval himself, listened carefully. The defeat at Earth had cost him his military command, but had also freed him to pursue diplomatic solutions. What the humans propose, Hexval said when Morrison finished, is unprecedented, an alliance based on mutual benefit rather than domination. But can it work? It works on Earth, replied Ambassador Kate Murphy, humanity's lead negotiator. We have 200 nations, dozens of different cultures and languages, but we have learned to cooperate when faced with external threats. The summit lasted for months, with heated debates, walkouts, and moments when war seemed inevitable. But gradually, a framework emerged. The Galactic Cooperation Treaty established principles of mutual defense, free trade, and peaceful resolution of disputes. Not every species signed. Some militant powers declared the humans to be a threat to natural order and began preparing for war. Others retreated to their home systems and cut off all communication. But 37 species, including the former alien empire, joined the new alliance. For the first time in galactic history, the majority of civilized space was united not by conquest but by choice. Admiral Morrison stood in the observation deck of the Unity space station, watching ships from dozens of worlds patrol Earth's system in peaceful cooperation. Hard to believe it has only been a year since first contact, Captain Brooks said, joining him at the viewing window. Morrison nodded, then turned back to the displays that showed the galaxy beyond Earth. Red markers indicated hostile forces still preparing for conflict. Lisa, we have won the first battle, but the war for the galaxy's future is just beginning. Then we had better get ready for round 2, she replied. The galaxy had indeed been stunned by Earth's devastating war fleet, but perhaps even more, stunned by what humanity chose to do with their victory. The age of conquest was ending. The age of cooperation had begun.